As creatives and illustrators, we often pour our hearts into our work, but there are times when we don't give our all, for various reasons. Maybe we're tired, feeling uninspired, or just plain overwhelmed by life. But here's the kicker. Not giving 100% for yourself, especially in your art, can be a pretty degrading experience. It's like a little voice in the back of your mind that says you didn't do your best, and that can really weigh you down over time. So, let's take a moment to unpack this idea, reflect on it, and explore how you can turn that around by looking back and healing along the way. Hello, welcome to another video. My name is Martin, a passionate illustrator. How nice that you are also there to draw and enjoy creativity. First off, let's talk about what it means to give 100% for yourself. It's about respecting your creative journey and acknowledging that you're worth the effort. When I say giving 100%, I don't mean you have to be perfect in every piece you create. Perfectionism is often the enemy of progress. Instead, it's about putting in the energy, thought, and intention into your artwork that truly reflects your capabilities and ambitions. Think about it. How fulfilling is it to look at a piece and know you gave it everything you had? There's a sense of pride that comes from that, and it's empowering. However, life has its ups and downs, and sometimes we fall into a pattern where we're not fully present in our art. Maybe you feel spread thin with personal obligations or work commitments, and suddenly your creative time feels like one more thing on your to-do list instead of a passion. When motivation takes a back seat, it's easy to create art that feels half-hearted, and that can be disheartening. I've been there. It's like creating for the sake of creating rather than expressing yourself. This is where looking back comes in. It's essential to reflect on your journey and identify what led to those moments when you didn't give your all. Was it burnout? Did you lose your passion? Were you comparing yourself to others and feeling inadequate? Understanding the why can help you not only recognize patterns, but also empower you to make changes going forward. One practical step is to carve out some time for self-reflection. Grab a journal and honestly jot down your thoughts about your art journey. Ask yourself questions like, when did I feel the most inspired? When did I feel like I wasn't giving my best? What were the external or internal factors contributing to that? This type of reflective writing can be a powerful tool. It allows you to process your experiences and emotions objectively, highlighting areas where you might need to heal and grow. Healing is a vital part of getting back to a place where you feel motivated and connected to your art. Take a moment to recognize that it's okay to step back. Sometimes you need to hit pause, and that doesn't mean you've failed. It means you're being kind to yourself. Allow yourself the grace to rest and recharge, whether it's taking a weekend off to do something non-art related or indulging in a guilty pleasure, like binge watching your favorite show without feeling guilty. These moments can provide a fresh perspective when you return to your work. You might also find solace in revisiting older pieces. Dig into your sketchbooks or digital archives and look at the work you created when you were feeling inspired and engaged. It might remind you of what you love about art. And more importantly, it can help reignite that passion. Reflect on the techniques you were excited about or those themes that really resonated with you. What sparked joy back then? Try to recapture that feeling in your current projects. Another thing to consider is setting realistic expectations for yourself. Sometimes we put pressure on ourselves to deliver outstanding work all the time. But that's just not feasible. Art is about ebbing and flowing. Sometimes you'll be in a productive groove, and other times you'll need to take it slow. Don't be afraid to scale back on your commitments, or give yourself permission to explore without the pressure of an end goal. Play with different styles, mediums, or subjects. The beauty of art lies in experimentation, and often the most incredible pieces come from a place of free exploration. It's also worth mentioning the power of self-care. Remember that you are a complex person with a life outside of your art. Invest time in activities that refill your creative well. It might be going for a long walk, spending time in nature, or getting lost in a good book. These moments of self-care aren't just beneficial for your emotional well-being. They also foster creativity and can build your confidence in your artistic abilities. Joining a supportive artistic community can also be incredibly healing. Surround yourself with like-minded people who encourage you and inspire you to grow. Share your challenges. Trust me, you'll find that many artists go through similar struggles, whether it's online forums, local art groups, or even just a few close friends who get it. Having a support system can remind you that you're not alone in your journey. Let's also talk about being kind to yourself moving forward. We can be our harshest critics, often holding ourselves to unrealistic standards. When you look back on times when you didn't give your all, be gentle in your assessment. Rather than tearing yourself down, acknowledge where you were and how far you've come. Celebrate the moments when you chose to engage deeply with your art, and acknowledge that straying from that path is part of the journey. Remember that this whole process isn't about perfection. It's about growth. Make space for yourself to climb back up when you feel you've fallen short. Set small, achievable goals and work toward them at your own pace. Small wins will help rekindle that fire within you, fueling the passion that may have dimmed along the way. At the end of the day, you deserve to pour your heart into your art and give 100% for yourself. The act of creating is a personal journey, and it's enriched when you make an effort to be present, intentional, and engaged. So take the time to look back, heal from any setbacks, and remind yourself of the joy that led you to become an illustrator in the first place. When you embrace this journey with compassion, you'll find that each piece you create becomes a reflection of your strength and resilience. You've got this. Keep pushing forward and give yourself the love and energy you deserve. You'll not only see it in your art, but feel it in your soul. Thank you very much for watching. I hope everything you set out to do today goes brilliantly well. I appreciate a thumbs up, a subscription, and a comment. It helps me a lot in terms of engagement. See you next week.